If I was going to tell you all about baby proofing, I would probably have to write a book, and it would probably have to be this thick, and trust me, it would leave something out. Baby proofing is one of those things that is going to change continuously, and it's going to change depending on your baby and how bent on destruction they are. But there are some things that we recommend that you do before your baby gets to that point to try and avoid as many of those as possible. And that's what we're going to talk about. So what do I recommend with baby proofing? Well, I recommend that you start baby proofing somewhere between the time they're 4 and 6 months old, when they start to get mobile. And what I recommend is some very simple things that aren't going to cost a lot of money. First, I recommend that you put outlet covers in every single one of your outlets. Those, for some reason, have some kind of magnetic draw where a child wants to stick their finger or stick something in it, and that something always seems to be metal, which is bad. So plug those things up and try and keep some extras around, because those things will grow legs and walk away. The other thing is cords. When that baby starts teething, they're going to want to chew on everything, or they'll roll and get wrapped up. So try to avoid anything down low that's going to be things like electrical cords, speaker wires, things for your computer. Another thing that's cord-like is the cords that are going to make your mini blinds go up and down. Those are terrible hanging hazards, so try and keep those up and out of the way so your child can't burn themselves, in the case of the electric cords, if they chew through it, which makes a terrible burn at the corner of their mouth, or get choked, wrap themselves up with it. The other thing that we recommend is poisons and cleaning stuff up high. They sell lots of things as cabinet locks, and I will tell you, as a pediatrician, I hate cabinet locks. And the reason is, guys are morons. A cabinet lock will only work if you actually close the cabinet. Now think about your husband. Have you ever known them to close a cabinet door? Exactly. You can't trust a cabinet lock. So take your poisons and cleaning stuff and put them up high. Now, I did have one mom who asked me, well, what happens if he just leaves it down after he's using it? When was the last time your husband ever voluntarily grabbed a cleaning stuff or a poison substance and actually got it out of the cabinet? Exactly. If they don't ever get it, they're never going to leave it out. So that's probably not something you're going to have to worry about. But definitely if they do, grab it and put it back up high. That's what I start with. That's it. Nothing else fancy. Now, as your child tries to kill themselves, and they're going to, you're going to start losing things, like the things that you have value, because they're going to pull them off and break them. You're going to notice that if your child starts getting crazy, you may want to avoid things that have points. So things like your coffee tables and end tables. If you have a fireplace, you definitely want to block so they can't get to the fire. But if you have a mantle, that sharp point could definitely cause problems for a toddler that's just learning to walk and falls a lot. By the time ours was grown, our house looked like an insane asylum. There were gates everywhere, there was almost no furniture, and everything was padded. I could have gone crazy and I'd have been fine. And you'll kind of feel that way too. But it all depends on your kid. If you have a kid that's into everything, you're going to have to do a lot more. If you have a kid that never moves out of their little 3-foot box, you're probably not going to have to do much at all. So that's what I recommend in the beginning. And then as your child teaches you, you'll baby-proof more along the line.